Hello, hello, hello. My name is Dr. Sanchez. I'm so happy to be here with you today. And in today's video, I want to talk to you a bit about boundaries. I had a client the other day that I was working with that asked me, how do I help them see me as more than just a workhorse? This client, like so many others that I've helped, had been working in their position for an extremely long time and was feeling pigeonholed, stuck, unable to get past the next level. And unfortunately, this is such a common story and it's such a common experience that many of the women that I coach have. So in today's video, I want to just talk a bit about boundaries. And the reason that I want to discuss it is because it's an important issue that's not only connected to your financial health, but also your mental health and wellness, your physical health. So in this particular case, there is this imbalance that occurs because there's this need to continue to work at full capacity, past capacity, okay? 80, 90, 100-hour weeks sometimes, without taking a break because of the compulsion and the desire to keep doing, keep producing. Not only because you're tied to what you do, you're connected to it, you enjoy it, you feel like you're gifted at it, but there's also this additional layer or burden where you believe that if you don't do it, no one else is going to do it, that they need you. And some of that is tied to issues having to do with self-worth. So when we talk about dialing that backwards and looking at the big picture, when you're going for a promotion or you're going for a special project or you're going for a salary negotiation or you're going for a big opportunity or presentation, and you want to shift people's perception of you and maybe how they see you, a lot of it has to do with how well you treat yourself, believe it or not. There are opportunities that you have to be able to assert in a way that's not overly aggressive, that you have boundaries in place, boundaries around your time, boundaries around the things that you say yes to, boundaries around the things that you say no to. Sometimes, it's very counterintuitive to think that you want to be a yes person. Yes, man, I've heard. Yes, woman, you want to be that yes person. That whatever they ask you to do, you will do it and you'll do it 150%. They can count on me. Yes, 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 yes. But when it gets to the point where it is unhealthy balance and you start compromising your own health, you start compromising your own commitments to your personal commitments, yourself, your need for your own professional growth, then it starts taking on this negative tone where your yes ends up working against you, because what it sends the message of is that you're basically a doormat, that you have no boundaries. And so if you found yourself in this position and you feel like there's no way to get out, because easily you will feel trapped, overwhelmed by your situation, and you'll feel like there's no way to end this, then I want to encourage you that the first thing to do is really identify for yourself what it is that you are doing that is sapping all your energy. Sometimes people don't really get why they feel overwhelmed. I mean, they understand that they feel overwhelmed. But when you actually write down everything that you're doing, you'll probably find that you're like doing the job of 5, 6 people. In my own situation, when I was doing this, been there and done that. So that's why I can speak to this so well. I can help people that are just like me. I was doing the job of 8 people. 8 people. How nuts is that? And yet, I still felt like I had the capacity to do more. The message that was being sent was that, oh, you manage at such a high level. But really what that meant was that I had no boundaries and I was willing to take on more, oftentimes at the expense of allowing other people to join in the win, because not only was I somewhat controlling, but I felt like that's how I was able to bring value, that I had to work to provide my value. And yes, some of that came from the issue of just, how I was raised and the way I, was always taught about my work ethic. But the other piece had to do a little bit about self-worth, because when I would be in situations where I would see other people elevated or people getting opportunities for promotion or advancement or what have you, they were all doing the same thing that I was doing. I was not alone in that. But somehow they were doing it to the point where it resulted in the next opportunity, where I was stuck in this thing where I was just a workhorse. I was a workhorse. If any problem existed, they would bring it to me because I could fix it. I could assemble my team and we could execute very complex missions and we would take care of it. That was my job. I was the fixer, the cleaner, okay? But there was something that was critical that was missing there. And so it took time away to see what that was. It also took time of mentorship and getting additional coaching around those issues that I was doing to basically shoot myself in the foot. And so now I use my training expertise and my life experience to help women and other professionals that are just like me, that are in this position where you're a high achiever and you're wanting, yes, to have the visibility, yes, to have the recognition, but you also want to have the opportunity for that promotion. You want to have an opportunity for that salary advancement, and you want to stop working yourself to death. There needs to be a balance. So what I want to talk about here is that if you're finding that you're working to the point where your salary doesn't match the value you serve or the level of contribution that you're making, there's time needed for a reevaluation. You got to find out what's missing there. I know not everyone is motivated by money, and it's not always the case. Many times when you are a person that's working in a level that is very advanced, you're connected to the mission of what you're doing and the purpose of what you're doing, and it means something. So it's a lot harder to detach from it, even if the money's not right, right? But also with the idea of meaning connected to the work, I want to share with you this, and maybe this will help you expand your view a bit, is that the more that you can appropriately align your compensation with your contribution, the bigger the impact that you can make. Wow, that was pretty good. So I'll say that again. The more that you can align, what did I say? The more that you can align your salary or compensation with your contribution, the more you can align your compensation with your contribution, the greater the impact is that you can make. And the reason why I say that, because it's just like this Maslow hierarchy of needs, right? Your basic needs might be met, but we're at the level here, many of us, of self-actualization, the highest part in the rung of the pyramid. And so you're looking for more than just the basics to be met. You're looking for real transparency in your life. You're looking for connection. You're looking for purpose, right? But you're working your physical state and your mental state down to the bare bones. And that, my friend, does not match. It's out of alignment. So if you find that you're getting sick a lot, you're missing work, or you're feeling depressed about going in, or stressed out, or you're short-tempered with your family, or you're wanting to avoid going to work, or it's just not fun anymore, then those are signs that you're wearing yourself thin. And you need to do something, to put some kind of anchor in place so that you can get some restoration and to get some time back for yourself. So think about that. If you're struggling with any of these issues, and now is the time to change, and you just don't know what to do, I want to encourage you to reach out to me and join my private LinkedIn group that I have called Rewired for Success, the Competitive Advantage for High Performers. Now, if you happen to be watching this video and you also are part of the Facebook community, I also have a Facebook group called Rewired for Success for Women Leaders. And in that group, I talk about issues specific to women leaders that are wanting to not only just advance in their professional roles, but also be more confident speaking up and at work, and to be able to negotiate for bigger salaries so that they can make a bigger impact. I'm telling you, if you align your true purpose with what you're called to do in this life as a leader, then the money will naturally come. You don't have to work so hard for it. But if you tell yourself that the money doesn't matter, then you devalue the value that you bring. Because at this level in your professional path, the skills that you have are highly marketable. They're highly valued, and you're a very skilled person. So it's only natural to believe that you would be compensated as such. So I just kind of want to dissuade you from minimizing what it is that you do. And if you have a heart connection to what you're doing on a daily basis in your profession, like I'm saying, your span of reach, the people that you will touch, the people that you will influence, you're going to model for them what it looks like to be able to balance responsibility and power with financial empowerment. So you have a very important position. People are watching you. And I just want to encourage you that you don't have to suffer in silence. You don't have to feel as though you are out on a limb all by yourself and maybe don't know what to do, or like it's going to be like this forever and you'll, stay stuck. So again, I invite you to reach out and become a part of my group, and I'd be happy to share more tips for you and continue the conversation about what can be the factors that are contributing to the human side of leadership. And my name is Dr. Sanchez. I'm so happy to have spoken with you here today. If you happen to be watching this on the replay and you have any questions or comments, please drop them in the comments and I'll swing back around and answer those for you. Thanks again for watching. Take care. Bye-bye.